Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Shah. Double honor to the Apostles GMS. My name is Amnawa Allah, coming at you another video. And I'm driving right now on my way to camp. And I was listening to this video while I was driving. And basically, what the video was about is this individual by the name of John Allen Chow, I believe his name was. Basically, he was supposed to be, he was this Gook, this Moabite, so-called Chinese, if I'm not mistaken. A so-called Chinese, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, he was out there in Australia, and he went to this island that he had no business going on. I believe it's called in the Bay of Bengal, and the island is called North Sentinel Island. And that's where them Aborigines, them Japhites, dwell at. And that island, North Sentinel Island, is supposed to be like the most secluded place from civilization on the earth, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, those are the remnants of the Aborigines. Those are the remnants of the Aborigines that Esau slaughtered back during the 1800s, during the time of British imperialism, when the British were going around throughout different parts of the planet Earth, conquering lands, exterminating people. They called it British imperialism. They was going around the planet Earth to different lands that they had no business going around different lands where people have not had any contact with the outside world. And what they would do is they would perform various types of experiments upon these particular individuals. They would take when they would kill them, and they would take their skulls. They would kill them and they would take their skulls and perform different types of acts upon, I don't want to say acts, different types of experiments upon their skulls. I believe they call it craniometry and things of that nature. And basically, that was a time period of what was called the white man's burden. And basically, what the white man's burden was, that the white man was burdened. The burden of the white man was, he was the one that had to go throughout the planet Earth and basically civilize all of these uncivilized nations. That was his burden. That was the white man's burden. And they went to various parts in South America, as well as various parts amongst the various islands in Australia amongst the Australian Aborigines. And they would call themselves bringing them the Bible, bringing them Christianity, which eventually led to their enslavement and their extermination. And you had this guy named John Allen Chow, I believe his name was. And he kind of like, maybe he got a Moabite parent and an Edomite parent, which Edomite is so-called white people. And this individual said, oh, I'm going to go to them and I'm going to bring them the gospel. He wanted to so-called bring them the gospel. So what he would do is he would get these fishermen to take him to a certain distance, and then he would go into a kayak, and he would kayak the rest of the way to the island, which those that island, North Sentinel Island, is protected by Indian law. So really not supposed to, so actually no one is supposed to go there. They said the last time anyone went there was in the 1980s, 90s, and they said they so-called gave them gifts. I believe it was the Australians, which the Australians today are really just white people who descend from the British, who stole that land during the 1800s through something called terra nullius, which terra nullius means nobody's land. Basically, this land belongs to nobody, or this land is inhabited by primitive people. No true civilization is here, and we have the right to take this land. That's basically what terra nullius really is. But it means nobody's land. That's what it actually means. People here want to fucking walk down the damn street. Stupid motherfuckers. Come on, man. People are so fucking dumb. And then they look at you like you crazy when you fucking turning. And and they ain't supposed to be walking. Bunch of damn dummies, man. Any damn way. Like I was saying. Well, that's basically, I can go deep into the history, but I'm not going to, because that's not what this show is about. But basically, he went amongst them and called himself teaching them the gospel. Basically, he was doing that. First of all, for one, he's not an Israelite, which I don't believe he was an Israelite. He's not Israelite. He ain't got no business trying to teach. He ain't got no business trying to bring the gospel to nobody. Most High ain't set him up to teach. In the book of Romans, in that chapter, the scripture tell you what? The Apostle Paul said, my desire is for Israel, they will be saved. He said Israel according to the flesh, to whom pertaineth the adoption, the covenants, the promises, the giving of the law, and the services of the Most High. And one of them services to be a priest, to be a prophet. And he ain't no Israelite, so he ain't no prophet. He ain't got no business doing what he was doing. Alright? He ain't had no business doing what he was doing. And any damn way, he was doing it to big up himself, man. He wanted to be like the next Christopher Columbus, basically. Oh, I'm going to go to this uninhabited, uncharted land, and I'm going to give them Christianity. I'm going to civilize them, and my name shall be remembered for generations to come. That's basically what he really wanted to do, you know. But had he knew about the Bible, had he really read the Bible tells you in the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 6, it tells you what? Cast out that pearl before swine, and need to give that which is holy to dogs. That's what the scriptures say. Did he read that scripture? No, and if he did, he didn't know what it meant. That tribe, one of the reasons why they're so isolated is because they are very violent people. They're very violent. They shoot at anybody with arrows or anything with arrows that they don't know what the hell it is. Anything with arrows, anything that they don't recognize that comes in their territory, they're shooting at it with arrows, man. They said they even shot at helicopters with arrows years back. That don't mean they threw the helicopter. The helicopter was, I think it was like some kind of storm or something like that that happened years ago. And I believe the Australian government sent like a helicopter to check and see if they were alright. And they shot at it with arrows, which was an indication that they were alright. If you know what I mean. In other words, like they're alive, but they just don't want you in their territory. Obviously, they didn't know what a helicopter was because they're so distant from modern society and modern technology. But they're very violent people. All right, that's one of the reasons why they're not uncivilized. One of the reasons why it's against the law for anyone to go on that island. And he went to the island about 3 times until he eventually met his demise. And he would pay these fishermen to take him closer to this island, and he wasn't even supposed to go there. All right, and he went on the island. He was shot at with arrows. I believe he went there a total of 3 times, and one time went to the island. His Bible was pierced with an arrow, and he took it as a sign that, oh, see, I was protected. The Bible blocked one of the arrows, so this is a sign from God that I should go back, that I'm protected by God. He took it as a sign. Well, no, dude, no. The Most High allowed that to happen. The Most High allowed them to shoot at you with their arrows, and allowed your Bible to be pierced with the arrow to deceive you into thinking that He was going to protect you. That way, when you went back the second time, thinking you was the second or third time, I believe it was, you went back the third time to deceive you into believing you'd be under the Most High's protection. That way, you could meet your death, your timely death, your timely demise. The scripture tells you in the book of, I believe it's Proverbs 25 and 17, it says, withdraw thy foot from thy neighbor's house, lest he hate thee. What's your neighbor's house? Your neighbor's land, man. Stay the hell out of their land. That's the damn problem with you people, man. Leave these people alone. They don't want you amongst them. You always gotta go up to somebody. Let me tell you, gotta go amongst an area where nobody wants you, man. Stay the hell out their land. All right? Leave them the hell alone. All he's gonna do is teach them lies and have them worshiping the so-called white Jesus any damn way. You know what I'm saying? The scripture, he was an evangelist. In other words, he was going around converting people. Okay? And the scriptures tell you in the book of I believe it's Matthew 23rd chapter, it says that the Pharisees go make people proselytes, but make them more twofold child of hell than they are. All this man would have did if he would have actually had a chance to teach them the Bible, he would have went and had them worshiping Caesar Borgia. Alright? He would have had them thinking the white man is God. And when you look at images of these people, they're a dark-skinned nation of people. And this dude is a straight-up white man. Or a gook, whatever the hell he is. Moabite. He don't look nothing like him. So upon seeing you, like, what the hell is this colorless man doing here? Alright? But he met his timely death. That was set up by the Most High, man. He's a false prophet, a false teacher. And you know what the judgment of a false prophet is, right? A false teacher, right? Teacher of lies, right? Death. So with that, I'm going to close. All we've learned something. I'm going to say shalom.